everybody, it's been a while since I last made a video and I do apologise for that. I've had a few issues over here which I've had to deal with, namely one, oh that's a bit close, the main one being that my C storage, which is an SSD, was starting to fail big time. It was down to 60% life. So I've spent the last 2.5 weeks backing stuff up and making sure all my cross backups are okay and sorting out on all various bits and pieces of pictures, old stuff from many years ago, and getting it all sorted into the right places. And before that we had a few issues with the sim for me, which has meant though that I've lost all my old flight plans. So I have removable drives which go in my drive trays, and they are hot swappable drives, but I keep calling them drives again, yeah, but anyway, the problem being that to remove those, they're SSDs, and because of the way the sim works, well the sim game works, the OS won't release the SSD that there's flight sims on, because it has program files on it and other bits and pieces that the sim game uses, and it's all encrypted, and I didn't back it up. So the only way I could get the storage out, the SSD out, was to offline the drive and then online it again once I put it back in. And that worked okay for a couple of times, but last time I tried it, which is probably a month and a bit ago, when I put it back in and made it online, it just didn't work. I was getting a bit worried because I was looking around my desktop going, hang on a minute, I can't see my the icon on the taskbar had disappeared. It just gone. And Microsoft Games, the flight sim wasn't in my startup menu, and I was getting a bit worried. So when I put the SSD back in and onlined it, it didn't come back, and I'd lost everything. So I had to pretend to reinstall it. It didn't install it, of course, because it was already there. What it did do though was it deleted all my previous files, because they're all encrypted, I guess, for security or something. Even though I'm the same user and nothing else had changed. And then recreated a new set of them, so I've lost everything. I've not even checked my logbook. Actually, I'm going to check that. Oh, I can't check that now. I'm in this mission. Anyway, yeah, I've not checked my logbook yet to see if it's deleted my logbook. That would be... oh, God, I hope it hasn't. But yeah, so everything was lost. So I've spent ages looking around all on my backups, and the only ones I've got go up to early 2022. There's nothing after that. It's just everything's gone. And I just planned out a load of flight plans for my tour of the Philippines, so that's probably 6 hours worth of flight plans I was doing that have all been lost. All the ones when I went around the Caribbean that was going to refly. Now we've got the Caribbean update just now. Everything's gone, so I was a bit dejected. I took a couple of weeks extra off, and now I'm back. So I'm going to do 3 aircraft reviews. These are all by Aviator671. The first one I tried was not really successful. It was this one. It's the Talon, the T-38 Talon. Yeah, it was a... how can I put it? It had some stability issues, so we'll see if they're still there now. So, like I said, there are 3 aircraft. There's this one, the Northrop T-38 Talon. This is a MILVIZ port over from FSX, and the next one will be another MILVIZ port over, which is the McDonnell Douglas Phantom, and finally an Iris port over, the A10 Thunderbolt. The big problem is that MILVIZ wouldn't let him make anything in the cockpit clickable. So nothing in here is clickable as far as I'm aware. Just state that on the pages. I'll put the download link, of course, in the description. So that's the biggest downer, is there's nothing clickable in here, so you can't do a cold start, I don't think. You just got to start it and then hopefully that'll be okay. So I'm sitting here on the hard standing going, oh, I can't hear any engines. So yeah, so we're gonna have to do button starts. For me that's a lot easier. I've got mine configured to my F12K. So this one was first used in 1961 by the US Air Force. It's their supersonic trainer. I guess a pilot would normally go on to the Cessna tweak to this one. NASA also used this as a training aircraft for the astronauts and as a chase plane. It can be a little bit unstable from what I've heard from various people on the internet. A couple of guys who've flown it a lot. One guy who was flying it in National Guard service. Yeah, so hopefully it won't be as unstable as it was last time I tried it. That was bouncing around when we were taxiing and just sort of flitting around place when you were flying it, so it wasn't too nice to fly. But I'm hoping that was just an issue with my system rather than this aircraft. We'll see how we get on. So today we're going to fly all these three from Honolulu. Oh, are we? No, we're not. I think this is the Marines base on the northeast side of the island. We're going to fly it around Honolulu and then just back into here again. So let's have a quick look around. As with all MILVIZ aircraft, this is pretty well modelled. It's got the nice specular updates, so it's bright and shiny, that's good. I'm not sure why there are all these civilian aircraft at this marine base, but okay. Dear. Well, let's try and get it started. I'll do quick. Yeah, that works. Oh, that's a bit loud in the cockpit. There we go, that's much more quiet, that's good.
Fonta 1 request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Fonta 1 taxi to and hold short of runway on the taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 120.7 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway for using taxiway Alpha Fonta 1.
So like I was saying, this is the supersonic trainer. It was first used in 1961 and it's been phased out from 2013 onwards and replaced by the 2013 or 2023, but replaced by the T-7, which is a Boeing Saab collaboration. And you'll be pleased to know that the software has been made by Saab, so it should be fairly safe. Anyway, let's take her up and see how she does.
Tower Fonta 1 ready for straight out departure
Clear
at
left.
runway 4.
Fonta 11061 at 10. Departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 4.
Cleared for takeoff runway 4, Fonta 1.
Yeah, this was the wobbling one we're getting last time, but
Squawk 3566, Fonta 1.
Fonta 1 radar contact 3 miles north of Honolulu, 4,700 feet. QNH 29.94.
Roger, Fonta 1.
flies pretty well. It is a bit disconcerting because you can't see anything apart from your height. So I don't know what speed I'm doing or anything. That's a bit... Maybe it's just me and I can't look at the right gauge or something. No, yeah, it's still on 0. So we'll have a quick look over the harbour. It's very responsive, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know about the engine though, because it's been on zero for a long time and it's still flying quite fast, 200 knots. But hey. Trim's quite easy as well. There's a massive amount of difference between low and high revs there, and those pictures up quite a lot. So a quick look over the city. Oh, a cruise ship, nice. Yeah, it's very difficult to gauge the speed without being able to see it somewhere. It's very annoying. I mean, it's very nice to fly. Don't know how accurate it. No idea why it suddenly started to pitch over. Maybe stall speed's a bit low.
Fonta 16 miles south, 3,200 feet to land.
Fonta 1 Tower. QNH 29er.9er, full wind 061 at 10. Enter left base runway 4. Fonta 1 wind 061 at 10. Clear to land runway 4.
Clear to land runway 4, Fonta 1.
So that's full flaps. Hopefully we won't die. Okay, well that's reasonable. It is a bit sort of twitchy on occasion, but yeah, that's much better than last time, so I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. Very nice. So, well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it would be a 10 out of 10, but it's just problematic. And there's no cold and dark start, you can't control anything, you can't see your speed.
Going to 120.7 Fanta 1. Route Fanta 1 taxi to parking.
Fanta 1 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Echo Alpha Charlie 1.
Yeah. So one off for no cold and dark and no control over anything in the cockpit. And then another one off, if not two off really, because all you can see is your height, and that's really annoying, especially when you're trying to land. Yeah, I'm talking to someone else, maybe, so sorry. Yeah, so maybe 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, let's go with that. 7.5 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to park it in this building apparently. That's a bit weird. I'm just going to follow this yellow line, I'm afraid, and ignore your silly thing.
When did you copy?
Yeah, I'm sorry darling, but you're not real and these people I'm talking to are, so go away. So I'm supposed to be going through the building, am I? And out the other side, I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. Hello.
Fanta 1 ATC services terminated. Good day.
Yeah, so that's Northrop Talon T-38 by Aviator671. Yeah, so I can't turn the engines off, which is a bit annoying. Just have to end the flight, I guess. Thanks for watching.